Hey guys, welcome to this new video. In this video, I want to share with you about how is the life in Mekong Delta in Vietnam. So many of you guys may be interested into coming to Vietnam, finding a very quiet and affordable place, enjoying good weather, good food, friendly people, and then Mekong Delta maybe in the bucket list that you should consider, or at least pay a visit to this part of Vietnam to see if it may fit with your expectation. So in today's video, I will review different questions that you may have so you can have a better understanding about how is the life here and if it could fit and tick all the boxes. So as you see on my back, we are in the middle of a garden. So this family, they are growing orchid. We are in Vinh Long. So Vinh Long is a city in Mekong Delta. You have different kinds, and now actually today they cut a lot, so you won't see a lot of flowers over there, but they have a lot of very nice flowers that they are directly selling to flower shop. So Vinh Long is actually quite nice because I feel that this is the good mix between the city life and the countryside life, and you have other cities that I will mention in this video. So if you are considering coming to Mekong Delta, I may mention you some names that you can after double check to get your own perspective about those. So first questions that people may have is how much it costs if I want to live in Mekong Delta. I would say that if you have a budget of $1,000 per month, you can live maybe two people. So I'm not including the visa and I'm not including the health insurance, right? Why? Because the visa, it may depend a lot. Are you a tourist? Are you working here? Are you married to a local? It may change a lot, right? So let's skip that. The health insurance, obviously, if you are old, if you have pre-existing condition, it's going to cost you a lot as well. If you are young, if you are, I don't know, very healthy, you may need a very cheap health insurance. So again, with $1,000 per month, you can live in Mekong Delta. For instance, you can have a 4 million house. So either you are in the middle of a padding field, so in the middle of a rice field, middle of nowhere, and then over there you can have, maybe a big house, very old, but if this is something that you want to have, you can find. Or you can be in the city center, so very close to convenient things, like maybe very close to a market, very close to schools with good facilities. So your life can be very convenient. You can just walk, you do your market, you go to the mall if you want, and then you have an easy life. Then this is also doable for around 5 million per month, which is about less than 200 or around $200 per month. Then in terms of food, then maybe you can have a budget of, I don't know, even 10 million. 10 million you will eat in restaurants, you will go a lot to coffee, you will obviously go to the market and buy directly to maybe organic producers here. So this is really something that is achievable. If you have a foreign pension, you are retirees, you come to this part of Vietnam to live, you are a digital nomad, you have an online business, you can easily work anywhere, then this is a budget that is easily affordable and that can provide you a very good lifestyle. And then the other aspect of the budget, it can be just for entertainment, right? You can again go out, you won't have a lot of things to do. I feel that Mekong Delta is a very good place to reset, very good place to take a break, but don't expect as much fancy, as much excitement that you will have in big cities such as, for instance, Saigon. That is a very nice city to be living in as well. But for Mekong Delta, you will have a very simple life. So let's say if you want to go out during the night, you can have some night markets. You can go to some shopping mall, for instance. You will have some activities to do. If you have kids, you will have, the normal cinema, the normal playground for them to enjoy time, but it won't be that fancy and that diverse. So, the night market is nice for a weekend. I like to go, but it's not something I can do every day. Obviously, if you are someone who is just here to take a break, to take some vacation, or just you are not someone from the city like myself, then this may be a very good place to experience this kind of life. And then the other part of the budget can be what? Just for travel, right? From Mekong Delta, it's quite easy to go everywhere. In the south of Vietnam, you can just rent a car or rent your own motorbike, or just take a flight from Can Tho, the city in the middle of Mekong Delta, to anywhere in Vietnam, or you are just maybe 3 hours, 4 hours from Saigon. Let's say if you're in the middle of Mekong Delta, and then from Saigon after you can reach all the destination easily in Southeast Asia. So it's quite an intrinsic place because you are in the middle of the countryside. Life is really easy. When I say really easy, is that even people who are working here, sometimes you don't know if they are working because you go, to the coffee. When I meet sometimes some friends or friends of friends, when I come to this part of Vietnam, you always meet them in the coffee. When you ask them what they are doing, they say that they are working, but they are really taking things easy. And this is really the vibe that you have here. People meet in the coffee, take a banh mi, the sandwich, then chit chat a little bit, then go to work, then they go for the lunch, meet friends, and then at 5:30, 6, you see people again in coffee, enjoying, drinking beers, just having good time, right? And finally, this is the life, maybe the life that was in all Vietnam before, and now there are only some parts of Vietnam that you still have this very good mix between work, but as well enjoying life. And this is a very good thing I find here, and it's always very good when you are in a big city to come here and to just reboot, to just reset and really take time during your holiday. So if this becomes your day-to-day place to be living in, here expect that everything will be very chill, very easy, no stress, and locals usually are like, taking things really easy. This is one of the things we have in most of the house in Mekong Delta. So they all have their own chicken. They usually grow their own fruits. They have sometimes rice field. They have sometimes some, banana, coconut, etc. But they may all have also their own chicken cage like that, or sometimes even a lake. They will be able to fish, when they want to have a fish, they fish directly. When they want to have a chicken, they kill one chicken. And one of the specificity of this region as well is that the weather is perfect. When I say perfect, is that we have 2 seasons. So we have the raining season that we have right now for about 4 months. So starting from August, September until around December. And then the other parts of the year is the hot season. And here actually the weather is acceptable. It means that it's going to rain during the raining season, but it's not so strong. You won't have a lot of storm, you won't have a lot of destruction, etc. While in other parts of Vietnam you may see a lot of typhoon, a lot of heavy storm, while here actually it's not the case. So the weather is pretty good, I would say. So if you are someone again who like the nature aspect, who like to spend time outside, here we have the good mix. You don't need to have plenty of pullover, you just need to have few t-shirts, a few shorts, and then flip-flop, obviously, raincoat for the raining season, but the weather won't change so much. So it's also a good advantage to have if you are someone who is minimalistic. You don't want to have so much things, want to stay simple, then in this part of Vietnam, it may be appropriate for you. So here is for my sharing about life in Mekong Delta. I hope you guys have a better understanding about what's the expectation you have here if you plan to come to Vietnam to be living in. I love to come to Mekong Delta, and I like, the vibe that you have here. The food is amazing. The locals are very friendly. The cost of living is really, really competitive. You find everything here. Again, some disclaimer. I am someone who is simple. I don't need a lot of fancy things. So if you are someone who is also considering to come to Vietnam, you may come here, take your motorbike, go around, visit all the different locations. You can start by Can Tho, then you can go to My Tho, then you can go to Vinh Long, the place we here. You can go a little bit more further next to Cambodian border. The place is called Long Xuyên, and then you can also go in the east side to Sop Tran. That is also another famous town in Mekong Delta. Spend time, meet locals, check the vibe that you have here, and really take time to really, discover those places by, again, connecting and spending time with locals. I think this is how you can get maybe the best experience of this part of Vietnam, don't stay in your bubble, like don't hesitate to go talk or just smile to people, and then they will immediately smile back, they will immediately ask you some questions. If you have the chance to talk to kids that can speak English, or like teenagers, etc., they may kind of break the ice, and then finally you can exchange some smile, start to talk. Maybe it can be broken English, but at least you can start to feel a little bit connected with the local community here. Obviously, I talk about broken English. Don't expect that you will meet a lot of foreigners here. Don't expect that it will be, really easily to catch up, to have a lot of meetups, etc. Here, if you are someone who is into business, networking, meeting like-minded people, etc., I guess that Mekong Delta may not be the best place in Vietnam to experience that. I would rather suggest you to go and to explore other big cities such as Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, Hanoi, for instance. Go there, spend time with people over there, and then you may have a total different experience from Vietnam. But it's very good to switch, so it's very good to spend some time in big cities. You have a lot of challenges, etc. And then you come back to those places, those little gems in countryside of Vietnam, and then you may see Vietnam from a total different angle. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment below and tell me, what do you think about Mekong Delta as a place to be living in? Would you recommend Mekong Delta to friends, at least to come to pay a visit, or is it something that you can absolutely not be living in because, I don't know, it's too nature-oriented, it's too quiet, there are not so much things going on here? Tell me what you think about Mekong Delta below in the comment. I will be very happy to share with you and to exchange some small notes. If you enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.
And I'ma get it right, dead on sight like